So, hey, my name is Anthony, and I am with
Lauren.
yes, and we are from the Iglesias Gardens, located on Lawrence and North Streets in North Philadelphia.
And just want to acknowledge that the land is traditionally of the Lenape people where the garden sits.
Located on Lenape land, the garden was started in 2012 by members of Philly Socialists. Today we are a group of activists and neighbors who fight for community control in our land and neighborhood. We grow our own food, we grow medicine, we gather together and we honor the land. A little bit further back in the past before 2012, because I live up the block. My parents always lived up the block at Lawrence and Diamond, but I remember when the land was just always being dumped on by developers and whatnot. They try to take the shortcut and just dump trash all on it and whatnot. So it's funny that years later they really interested in purchasing back the land and swooping out, taking everything out from under us. Together, we fight for the garden land as well as like neighbors' personal lots and gardens. To keep an open green space in our neighborhood for as long as we can and, stop destructive development. I am a part of the community growing up there, so, I know a lot of outside of the people, like Lauren, that I work with and whatnot, but like the people in this picture, yeah, I know them. Miss Sarah's, she got a garden, up the block. We used to, as a kid, I used to go past all the time. She used to be watering her plants and stuff. Like she never owned it. Now she has an opportunity to own it. It could be in her name. She can take care of it, and it's like that all throughout the place.
So the garden was started in originally by a group of organizers from Philly Socialists. Philly Socialist has a bunch of different projects that work all over the city, like a tenants union, free ESL classes, labor organizing, an
Mm-hmm.
unemployed council, doing different kind of socialist organizing projects. And so we definitely come to this space with like this eco socialist perspective where we're fighting the capitalist structures that are causing, the displacement and gentrification and destruction of land, fighting against the private real estate market and how affordable housing is like pitted against community gardens, and the affordable housing that's being built is not even affordable to the neighborhoods where it's being built. And yeah, we also do different mutual aid projects at the garden.
That picture is we out there. That's when we had that good ass sign. That sign was
I
good.
know,
Where
it was a
is
good
that?
sign. We gotta find that
Yeah,
sign.
we do.
But yeah, we do free food giveaways on Saturdays and like toy drives around the holidays, and just, generally take care of each other
As best as we
as
can.
best as we can.
This slide is about fighting injustices. And some of the injustices that's happening in, not just that area, because it's not just limited to that area. It's happening, all over the United States. But we got some redlining going on. A lot of it actually. We got structural racism and disenfranchisement, capitalism, of course, and the people who use capitalism as an affront to like privatize housing and real estate, which is some crazy stuff, and it's just like, really?
I mean, yeah, looking at that redlining map, this heat map, and it's of Hunting Park, which is just, not exactly where the garden is, but basically, it lines up with redlining maps all over the city where there, it can be 22 degrees hotter in some neighborhoods than others in black and brown and low income neighborhoods compared to Rittenhouse. It's
Mm-hmm.
the community gardens and green spaces are important not just for like bringing community together and being able to take care of each other, but it has a real effect on lowering temperature in the summer, retaining stormwater, creating healthy ecosystems, keeping out trash, and providing better air quality and quality of life.
These two pictures are like milestones, like huge milestones. when they occurred, it was just like, damn, we really out here fighting the system. We standing up,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's that big yellow knot for sale in the middle. That's bold as fuck.
Yeah, those
Okay,
pictures were from the same day.
yeah, same day. Yeah, this was the Killer Bill. All right, here's a little backstory, right? And this is where we want to name drop just a little bit. So, in our district, we have council member Maria Quinones Sanchez, and she proposed a bill to have development occur at American and Burke's, which was an old junkyard. We know what junkyards do to neighborhoods that they around, air quality, things like that. We know that. But the junkyard was shut down. They were proposing to do this high rise, 17 stories. We caught wind of it and we started organizing, getting, the word out, getting petitions signed,
Mm-hmm.
getting signatures. We sent it in. So we still like had the contingency plan of having a rally on a Saturday called Kill the Bill. Plan on having people speaking out and whatnot against, the stuff that's going on in the neighborhood. 2 days before it was set to go down on Saturday, it was Thursday. I think it was we had concluded like a little work day in the garden where we cleaned up a little bit and whatnot. So we were all sitting around by the fire, and I think we got a call that said the bill was actually, tabled,
Mm-hmm.
and they halted it. So we had a little celebration, and it turned from being like a rally, to just one big giant celebration. That's why you see the pictures. We got Fletcher Street coming through with the horses, giving the kids horse rides and stuff like that. We have a comrade of ours up here in the top right that's, speaking out, giving a testimony. We have the dancers, says Sarge dancers coming through, they were it
Blessing the
was
land.
blessing the land. It was we were showing out that day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that development project would have been that 17-story building, as well as like the bill was to change the zoning from like 3 stories to 5 stories, so they could have built 55-story condos in this neighborhood of 2-story old row homes.
Jesus.
And some of the lots on the list were part of the garden. Some of them were our neighbors' side lots, and this is also a neighborhood where the new development has like cracked people's foundations, just, really destroyed their homes. So we stopped that. There's a couple members and neighbors of the garden that are Mexican immigrants and indigenous, and bring this kind of like Aztec cultural history to the garden. And, Cesar Viveros, who's painted murals for Mural Arts before, and he has a bunch of sculptures at the garden. And it's also really just become a place to like kind of share culture and like honor the land and make art together. All right, well, thanks for listening to our story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, follow us on social media, check out our website, iglesiasgardens.com. Come out on a Saturday.
Yes, and affordable housing is a myth. Stop this land grab. We have so much beauty. Come check us out on Saturdays.
We want actual affordable housing and community controlled land.